years ago and basically did nothing to it and just rode it all the time, beat on it a bunch, put gas in it, hit the button, and it started and ran. And finally, at the end of last summer, started to feel a little slower than it should be. Started noticing some little cracks here and there around where the hood seal and stuff is, and feeling a little slop in the steering and some other little things. So with the season quickly approaching, it's mid-April right now, decided I'd go through this thing a little bit and at least kind of refresh it. Did a compression test first, and one of the cylinders was at 100 psi and the other was at like 110, 115, which is kind of pushing that 10% limit, but they're both pretty low for what it should be. So over in the back, I picked up a new to me motor for it. Used originally, I planned on rebuilding the one in here, but time wise, I just said I want to have something running ready to go, put it in here, and then I'll take this motor out, rebuild it, port it, and do it up the right way. The motor I picked up claimed to have 150 psi in both cylinders. That should be a lot more power than this thing did. So I'll probably clean that thing up a little bit and give it a little love, put some different stuff on it, and see where we end up. Right here you'll see spark plugs are already out of this thing. I'll probably go put new hoses, fuel lines, all that in here. Looks like it already has some stainless fuel pickups and stuff in it, which is nice. Just a bunch of little stuff. This primer valve is all loose and bounces all over the place. You can kind of tell there was some patchwork there, which just looks like Bondo bodywork, which I'm not a big fan of. I'll probably put some actual glass on that, make that a little nicer. And then all around this top rail where the seal is, there's spots where it's cracked through, so I'll have to drill that out from the bottom and repair that properly. I just, in general, want to clean everything up. This thing sat for a while between rides. I was riding about 6 hours from my house, so every time I'd go down, I'd ride it for a weekend and then park it with a little moisture or something in it. It was just building up, and I always wanted to be on the water and never took the time to stop and clean it out every time, which I should have. As you can see, another crack over here. There's some other little stuff, dings and blemishes. Just go through and kind of try and clean a lot of that up. I really want to get some of the slop out of the steering. I know Showtime Freestyle has some Heim joints and stuff that you can fit in there. Hopefully that'll help. And then I also noticed looking through this hood, I don't know if this is normal on these, but it appears it's pretty not too structural. I noticed a crack on the top side, so I'll at least seal this up properly so it's not flopping around and shit. Then I'll probably pull the pump off too, see what's in there, see how it's going, maybe bore the nozzle, maybe do some other stuff and just kind of see where it goes. Alright, so I went through and pulled this whole ski apart. After that, took it out, pressure washed it a little bit, and it's just went through it and kind of sanded as much as I could. I'm trying to sand everything really well because I'm planning on coating the whole inside with some epoxy mixed with a white pigment just to give it that nice shiny white look and hopefully be a little more durable than paint would be. We did find a few surprises pulling this thing apart. The steering cable, which I don't have right now, was melted through the side, so I'm going to buy a new one of those. There was a bunch of Bondo-y shit, probably Fiberglass filler, over the side, so I found out it was this crack here. I took this and I basically ground it all the way out, way around, so I can get some good adhesion with a few different layers on there, and I'll patch that up. And then inside here was a big old thing of polyester resin fiberglass. Hopefully it was just kind of reinforcing and not necessarily fixing anything. I pulled off a bunch of it that just wasn't attached to the hull at all. Polyester resin, if you don't know, these hulls are made of SMC, and in the SMC they use a mold release agent.
which will basically make it so polyester resin does not adhere well to it. And I was pulling off big chunks of the repair, and then I sanded down what I could. And I'll probably come back and just lay a layer of glass over the top of that. But overall, everything was pretty good. I'm gonna go in here, fix a few cracks I found in this top area. I ground this out, ground it down on the bottom side, and then ground it and tapered it out on both sides here and on the top, so I can kind of get a good thick repair there, and I'll sand it back down flat so the gasket seats well. Over on this side, I kind of did the same thing. I was a little overzealous with the grinding, made a little bit bigger of a hole, so that'll be fun to patch up, but I'm not too worried about it. One big thing, kind of highly recommend to anyone doing fiberglass work that doesn't want your entire workspace covered in fiberglass dust. This is like a $160 Harbor Freight portable dust collector. I put a dryer hose on that and just a little 2x4, and it honestly worked extremely well. Nothing in my garage is covered in dust, and I just sanded a shit ton of fiberglass, so pretty happy with that. Let's see how some fiberglass goes. Alright guys, that's it for this first video, tearing apart the 1986 JS550 stand-up jet ski. We teared it all apart, cleaned it all up nice, and now we're going to go through and start looking at some of the fiberglass repairs. We found a few cracks in the hull and a few cracks other spots, so we're going to go in, fix some of that stuff up. That'll all be in this next video coming up. If you're interested in any of that, seeing how that process works, please watch that next video when it comes out. If you have any suggestions on how I made the video or anything to improve, please let me know. Open to anything. If there's anything you want to see more of or see more detail, I can gladly do that. If not, thank you for watching.